I'm Steve Weldon. I'm an adventure nut and a hiking fool. And boy, do I love to explore. California's my home, and nothing beats taking to the trails, the roads, and the byways. Come join me while I trek across our Golden State, discovering special places and special folks. Walk in California. Get ready for some Gold Country fun and history. I'm Steve Weldon, and today I'm off to explore small-town California. Join me while I walk country roads, wet my toes, and lay some tracks down with my old hiking shoes in a very special place along the streets of some wonderful California history. Come along with me as I discover it all and more on Walking California. As we got closer to Murphy's, I remembered hearing about a pretty unique place not to be missed. Somebody said, Steve, you need to check out the Rubber Chicken National Forest. I said, Rubber Chicken National Forest? Really? They said, yeah, really. Well, they're right. Here it is. And the signs leading up to it are absolutely hilarious. You gotta come by, see all these chickens, and see what it's all about. Something to cluck about for sure. Murphy's, a gem not to miss. Let's get it, boys. Today we are going to hike down Main Street in beautiful Murphy's, California, and I've got a great guide for the trip, Miss Tanya Peterson. How are you, Tanya?
Doing great. I'm ready.
Good. I am ready, too. As a matter of fact, we're about to take off and go discover history. Let's get it. We got off the beaten path just a little bit, maybe only half a block, and we're witnessing all these beautiful historic homes. We stumbled into this beautiful bed and breakfast.
The Dunbar House, which was built in 1880, along with many other treasures in downtown Murphy's.
You know, you had all sorts of businesses. They weren't all just hotels, right?
Correct. There could have been general stores, there could have been restaurants, brothels. You name it.
Well, they had the gold business back, and we all know about that.
Yes.
And then we know about the sawmills and the logging, and then tourism came in.
Absolutely. Big Tree State Park really gathered a lot of notorieties like Ulysses S. Grant, Black Bart, Joaquin Murrieta, all traveled through downtown Murphy's getting to Calaveras Big Tree State Park.
And so this was kind of a way station. This is where they stayed on their way or on their way back to Big Tree.
Absolutely. It was a great stopover.
As we get off the beaten path and we check out some of these beautiful places that have all this history, I'm still impressed with the way they preserved the history.
Murphians are very proud of our little Mayberry-esque town.
I like that because it has that earthy feel. It is eclectic and it is earthy.
It is, and you know, the population in the 1800s was almost the same as it is right now, around 3,000 people.
And there's so much history in this town, and we're about to get back on Main Street and discover some more.
Let's go.
We're in front of a very old building here in downtown Murphy's, and it's now called the Murphy's Old Timers Museum. And can you give us a little history on this, when this building was built and what it was when it was originally built? Obviously, it was not a museum back then.
That's right, Steve. It was built in 1856 by P.L. Traver, and he made it a general merchandise store. It was also one of the buildings that survived the fires of Murphy's because of the metal roof, the sand on the roof, and the metal shutters and the stone masonry as well.
I want to know, how did the town of Murphy's get its name?
Well, John and Daniel Murphy, they decided that they wanted to name it either John or Daniel.
They wanted to name it John or Daniel?
Yeah, and it didn't work out so well, so they got in this brawling fist fight. And, you know, after one punch after another and black eye and probably a fat lip, they decided at the end of the day, why don't we just call it Murphy's?
And I understand that just less than a mile from here, there's a very famous cave. What's the name of it, and when was that discovered?
That was Mercer Caverns, and it was discovered by the Mercer family.
All right.
And it's a 192-foot vertical cave.
Vertical?
Yes.
That's a lot of steps.
It is, actually 440 steps to be exact.
Wow.
Yeah.
Another reason to come to Murphy's, California. Oh my gosh, this is Aroma Heaven. I am at Joe Ma's with the original Joe Ma. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for visiting us.
Well, this is terrific. What made you decide you wanted to open up an ice cream place?
Oh, my husband and I are serial entrepreneurs, and so we thought this would be a great idea. I grew up on a dairy, and we were always making ice cream, so this just seemed to fit.
And you make all this ice cream homemade?
Yes, we do. We make every one of our flavors.
Okay, and I bet everybody who walks in, even if they're brooding when they walk in, they're walking out with a big old smile.
We make people happy. We love it.
I'm very impressed with the fact that there's not a single chain business in this town.
Isn't it great? Yeah, lots of small businesses.
It's all single family entrepreneurs that have chose this little slice of heaven to be here in Murphy's, and to make a living, they open up a small business.
It's a great place to live, too.